Welcome back to Popcorn and Beers. We have pivoted because it is Oscar Sunday away from reminders of him, which reminds me of something I would never want to watch. And of course, we've got a drunk classic for you, and it has sing-along songs starring Outcast Idlewild. Let's go. All right, so here we are back and ready to go. Unfortunately, I'm just gonna give you guys a peek behind the curtains. I did too much on St. Patrick's Day. I did too much, and I had a lack of, well, not planning. I planned. I did not prepare for what I did, and I did not watch Idlewild, so I apologize. But we're gonna start with our Oscar picks, and we're gonna get to see if we are right on Tuesday. So we're recording this the day of the Oscars, and we want to take a look at five. I'm gonna get the guys involved on five different categories, and I'm gonna go ahead and pick the whole thing for everyone. Okay, is that all right with you guys?
Yeah.
What?
So I've seen a majority of the Oscar films. The only Best Actor film I didn't watch yet, I have it queued up, but this is another one. I think this is what screwed me over with Idlewild is I've had Secret Agent queued up. It's a Brazilian film starring Wagner Moura. I want to say that's how you pronounce his name.
Well, yeah, I
And
saw a small little snip. They looked pretty cool.
it's 2 hours and 48 minutes of me reading
Ooh.
subtitles, and I'm just kind of like, man, that's a commitment. Like, it doesn't mean it's not a good movie. It's just like
Yeah.
it's dragging, man. Like I can understand the art, but it is dragging. All right, so gentlemen, let's start our engines. So this
Okay.
is your mom's, brothers, sisters, aunties, uncles' favorite movie podcast. That is right. It is Popcorn and Beers. We got after it. It is St. Patrick's Day weekend. Happy St. Patrick's Day weekend to all who celebrate and all who don't. Well, you still got to watch our show, so be happy with that, okay? It's going to be fine. It drops on St. Patrick's Day, if you were wondering. The show will drop on St. Patrick's Day. All right, so our first category, everyone, is Best Actor in a Leading Role. I loved Sinners, but Marty Supreme and Timothy Chalamet's performance in that movie was better.
Really?
It was better.
Hey, that's Brandon Fry talking about Timbo
I'm just
Chalamet.
saying. Did I not apologize after I watched Marty? I said, hey, you know what? This might be my Gangs of New York Leonardo DiCaprio like heel turn when I was
That's
like,
honestly
all right.
a pretty big stamp of approval. Okay.
But what I'm going to tell you guys is Michael B. Jordan is going to win this award. And he's
Yeah.
going to win this award because leading up to this, Timothy Chalamet had the momentum. He had everything. He was
Yeah.
winning award after award after award. And then he did a podcast with
Yep.
Matthew McConaughey where he said something that was taken out of context. He basically said something about ballet and opera that really rattled a cage. What he was
Hell
trying
yeah.
to say was he was disappointed that people no longer are as interested in going to movies as they once were, and he doesn't want movies to go the way of the opera or ballet, where he doesn't want to go watch that, and he doesn't want movies to be like that. But he said that, and all they took was out of the clip was Timothy Chalamet going, "I'm not going to the ballet. Who wants to watch that? I'm not going to the opera." That wasn't the point he was trying to make.
Me
but
neither.
that's the piece they took. And ever since then, his stock has shot down. And I'm not taking anything away from Michael B. Jordan, but Michael B. Jordan, for a lot of this season, was third. He was third in the rankings. But I think we all need to admit that Leo's performance in One Battle After Another was not as
good.
strong. It
No,
was
it
not
was
as
good.
strong.
No,
Yeah,
it was good. But it was just wasn't.
Benicio!
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep doing that.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that was it.
Viva
all
la
right?
revolution!
So all of us are on board with
Oh, yeah.
Michael B. Jordan
Let's
winning
not
that
forget
award.
let's not forget that someone publicly called him an N-word. So he's getting an award
Yes.
this year.
The Tourette's.
Yes. All right. So Best Actress.
I'm hearing a lot about Hamnet Woman.
Interesting. Yeah, me too. I haven't seen any of these movies, to be completely honest. But I've heard constantly the girl from Hamnet is gonna win. Pretty runaway.
Jesse Buckley will win. So we're all on Jesse Buckley. That's funny because, like I said, after we watched The Bride, man, one guy got so mad at my take on The Bride. He wrote me a long thing, and I was like, dude,
Really?
let me just start with this. My thoughts, I'm not alone. It's got 60% or 58% now on IMDb or Rotten Tomatoes, and it's 6 out of 10 on IMDb. You can feel the way you feel. You're wrong, but you're allowed to like bad movies. And in fact, we celebrate that on this show. I've said there are bad movies that I absolutely love, and I acknowledge
Yeah.
you can acknowledge The Bride was not a great movie. It's not even in the realm of good, and still say, but it had some pieces that I enjoyed, and that's okay. That's okay.
Sure.
Good thing. Yeah, I'm with you guys on Jessie Buckley. I think she's absolutely going to run away with it.
The only one of these movies that is in the realm of me possibly watching is Begonia. Like, I just, no.
Hamnet was not bad. The third act.
I
of
don't
would watch
was real
Hamnet.
good.
I don't, as far as I only go Shakespearean, not Shakespeare.
Well, you'll be glad to know this is Shakespearean. It's based on him writing a play. It's not
No,
one of
it's
his plays.
Yeah. No,
Well,
it's Shakespeare. It's not
Shakespeare.
Shakespearean.
He's in the he's a
Yeah,
character
no,
in
man,
the movie.
It's not him. It's not one of his actual plays. Okay, it's not rolling into that. It's not that.
This
Anyway.
is biopic.
Kind of, in a way. All right. Best director.
I'm just gonna say Sinners, simply because it did something so fresh, and it was. It's just an undeniable movie, and a director made that. That was a visionary work.
Okay. Have you seen One Battle After Another yet, Josh?
No.
It's good. And that's why I'm going to go with Paul Thomas Anderson, just because I feel like I feel like the fact that Leo, like it's either going to be Michael B. Jordan or Timothée Chalamet, I guess, for Best Actor, that I think they're going to lean that one to, because they want to give One Battle After Another an award. They just do. And I don't think it's unfair to say like that was a well-made, well-directed movie.
Okay.
It was a great movie. And so they're going to find, that's the award that they're going to, he's going to get it.
And then they can give Movie of the Year to Sinners.
Yeah.
Well, we're not there yet, so thanks for that.
Well.
But
I called that
let's go
when
with
it came out. When it came out, I said it was Movie of the Year.
Best Supporting Actress.
I'm going to go with One Me. I don't know.
All right.
Just by default, kind of here.
Anyway, with Weapons, Amy Madigan has so much momentum right now, and it is almost one of these things that's going to be like a lifetime achievement for her. So she is going to take this award home. She is actually going to pry it out of the hands of who was the favorite, Tiana Taylor. I'll let you guys know that right now in Gold Derby, she's dropped to third. Her odds have dropped down to third best, which is wild because I believe she won the Golden Globe for One Battle After Another. I loved Inga. I really did in sentimental value. Every time she was on the screen, she stole focus. I just don't think enough people saw this. I don't think enough people understood the message of this movie. So she's not going to get it. It will be Amy Madigan from me. All right. Now, Best Supporting Actor, Sean Penn, Stellan Skarsgård, Delroy Lindo, Jacob Elordi, Benicio del Toro.
Benicio is unstoppable.
I'll just say, and I hope the the people who pick the winners, right, are not currently watching Euphoria like I am, because you would think, oh God, Jacob Elordi, hate that guy. He's a scumbag in that show. I'm like 3 episodes in. Anyways, it's Benicio. It's Benicio. Hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down.
I'd love to say Delroy because he did so well, and I haven't even seen the movie that Benicio's in. But Benicio rules the screen.
He's just so charming.
He's the best.
And it's effortless.
He's effortless. Yeah.
Okay.
Man,
So,
you gotta watch Fear and Loathing, dude. You gotta watch it.
It might be on a list somewhere. Who knows? All right. But for this, I am with you. I wish Benicio was going to win. I don't think he has enough screen time to win the award. I think he's just happy to be there with this performance. It was amazing. Josh, I can't wait for you to watch One Battle After Another, available on HBO Max. But He is so good in that role. But I will tell you right now, all the momentum is on Sean Penn. Everything is on Sean Penn, and I do think who said I'm talking about him as a person. He killed that role, Jordan. He killed it. Like even
Yeah.
down to the very final scene in it with his face half blown off. Like
Hey,
it's he crushes every aspect of that role. Maybe because there's some reality there, but he
Exactly.
he owned that role. I would love to see Stellan Skarsgård get it. I don't think enough people saw sentimental value. I don't think enough people understood the message. I don't think enough people understand what a tour de force he was in that movie, switching from
tour
languages,
de force.
switching from I think it's Norwegian, then English, and then the behavior changes between his family and his friends, and what he wants to accomplish, the selfishness he was able to pour into that role. It's not going to get rewarded, and I think that's unfortunate. So let's get to the big category, the one that Josh just like decided he's going to tell us what he's going for right away before I can even get there. Let's get the best picture. So best picture, we've got One Battle After Another. We've got Sinners. We've got Hamnet. We've got The Secret Agent. We've got Sentimental Value. We've got Marty Supreme, Frankenstein, Train Dreams, Begonia, and this is weird. F1.
Ooh, great movie.
F1 was good.
It was a good movie, but it's not gonna win.
It's not gonna
Was it
win.
a top
Not gonna
10
win.
movie of the year?
There is another reality where
Yes.
it does win the Oscar. Like in a movie where Sinners does not get made, and Frankenstein does not get made, and Hamnet does not get made. You know what I mean? Because it's solid. It's a solid movie. It shouldn't be that good.
Yeah.
But Sinners is the movie of the year. I'm glad
Okay.
Frankenstein's on the list.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I love
Guillermo.
Guillermo.
yeah, thank you, Guillermo del Toro. We've been talking about Benicio so much that was the only name that was ringing through my head. But yeah, Guillermo del Toro. It will be one battle after another. If you've tuned in, go back to certain episodes. You will see Josh puts up the set list for every episode. I've reviewed every single one of those movies. Best original screenplay: Sinners, Sentimental Value, Marty Supreme, and It Was Just an Accident, followed by Blue Moon.
Marty
Let me
Supreme.
tell you, it should be Marty Supreme.
Yeah.
It's going to be Sinners.
Ah,
Sinners is going to win Best Original Screenplay. I
Interesting.
loved Marty Supreme as well. That movie, it gave me
didn't
so
love
much
it.
anxiety.
yeah.
What's that?
I didn't love the movie. I would never watch
Yeah.
it again, to be honest with you.
Mm.
It's
But
the anxiety. It's the anxiety. The movies that Josh does, like they make you feel like even Uncut Gems. You're anxious the whole movie.
yeah.
Best casting will go to Sinners over The Secret Agent, One Battle After Another, Marty Supreme, and Hamnet. Best cinematography is going to go to. So I'm going to pick the dark horse here. It's Sinners. I think Sinners is going to win this. One Battle After Another is the favorite. And then you've got Train Dreams, Frankenstein, and Marty Supreme. I liked Train Dreams a little bit more than other people did. It is a very slow, methodical film. However, the message hit me at the right time, I guess. It's one of those. All right, then we got Best Costume Design. That will absolutely go to Sinners. However, Frankenstein is the favorite. Frankenstein is the favorite. What's that?
Yeah.
Frankenstein's gonna win it.
It's like it's a
It
heavy
should.
favorite. It's a
It should.
heavy favorite. I think if you guys have been all in the Sinners bandwagon, if you don't take into account what Ryan Coogler and what the costume design team was able to do
Well,
with
yeah,
that
that's-
period piece,
For sure.
with the vampires and everything that was going on there, like the set design, like
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
George Clinton guy from the future with the
Yeah.
guitar.
Yeah. So that one, I think Sinners should win. Frankenstein's a heavy favorite. You got Hamnet, Marty Supreme, Avatar, Fire, and Ash. Can you give best costume design to that's digital anyway? Best film, that's kind of stupid to me. Anyway, best film editing, One Battle After Another, F1, Sinners, Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value. I think F1 should probably win for best film editing. Just the sound, the organization, the
Yeah.
detail in every single shot. However, it will go to One Battle After Another. You've got best makeup and hairstyling. This one, I will take Frankenstein in. Frankenstein's probably going to win best makeup and hairstyling in, followed by Sinners, The Ugly Stepsister, I can't pronounce that word, and The Smashing Machine. Sorry, film that I can't pronounce. It's a lot. Kokuno? Kakuna Matata. Anyway, best production design. You've got Frankenstein, Sinners, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another. I think that Sinners is going to win Best Production Design. However, Frankenstein is the heavy favorite there. Best Score.
Yeah.
That is absolutely going to Sinners. All right. Sinners will win Best Score. I don't think it'll be particularly close. It's followed by One Battle After Another, Hamnet, Begonia, and Frankenstein. Best Song is going to go to...
Sinners.
It's going to go to... Go ahead. What'd you say, Josh?
Sinners.
It's golden. K-pop.
Yep, it's going to be K-pop.
Oh.
It's golden. It's going to be K-pop Demon Hunters Golden. Best sound. Best sound is going to go to F1. Best visual effects. I've got, Avatar is the heavy favorite here.
It's going to be.
I'd love to see Sinners or F1 steal it from them, but I'm sure it will go to Avatar. They just sank too much money into it. All right, best animated feature. K-pop Demon Hunters. Go ahead.
Sorry, even though there's aspects of CG that people don't realize, F1 is full of CG. And it's beautifully done. You don't notice it's seamless. It deserves an award because of that.
Yeah. I'd love to see it go to Sinners or F1. Like I said, I think it's gonna go to Cameron and Avatar. They're gonna give Cameron something. All right. Best animated feature: K-pop Demon Hunters, Zootopia, Little Amelia, pardon me, or the character of Rain, Arco and Elio. I've only not seen the Little Amelia and Arco. It doesn't matter because K-pop Demon Hunters has dominated for so long.
Well,
go ahead, Josh.
Yes, but Zootopia is now the #1 animated all-time money.
Really?
Yeah. So that's like, well, I'm surprised by that. It's good. It's a great movie, but like, wow, okay. So I don't know what's gonna happen, and I'd be disappointed if it won the award.
No, K-pop Demon Hunters will absolutely win this award.
K-pop deserves it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was like the longest running #1 movie in Netflix history.
They brought it back to theaters.
Yeah. Well, they have to do that. It has to have a run in theaters so it can be nominated.
Yeah, but then they brought it back, sing-along style.
They did the sing-along one that they put in theaters too.
Yeah.
Funny story. My wife went to a Halloween like a parade. There's little kids dressed like K-pop Demon Hunter girls, and my wife was like, "Wow, look at all these little kids dressed like Michael Jackson." And her friend who had a kid at the time was like, "No, that's K-pop Demon Hunters. What are you talking about?" And she's like, "Oh, okay. Thought it was Michael Jackson."
That's hilarious and true.
All right. So best documentary feature: The Perfect Neighbor, Mr. Nobody Against Putin, The Alabama Solution, Come See Me in the Good Light, and Cutting Through Rocks. I've got Come See Me in the Good Light on my list of movies to get to. I could not get to Cutting Through Rocks. It's like some of these movies, guys, you put them behind these paywalls and it's impossible to watch them. And I want to go ahead and review your Oscar-nominated film, and I can't. All right? So I think Mr. Nobody Against Putin should win. All right. The heavy favorite is The Perfect Neighbor. We've all reviewed The Perfect Neighbor on this show. I think in this year, I think that this is one of the categories that is up for a theft. I think this award is going to get stolen by Mr. Nobody Against Putin. I really do. I watched it, and the way they filmed it, it was so nonchalant with the heavy message behind it. The guy in it is you just don't he's so unassuming. I'm going to review that today for those of you that are wondering. Best international film is going to go to Sentimental Value. It's going to beat out Secret Agent. It was a perfect film. Best animated short is going to go to Butterfly. That's up against The Girl Who Cried Pearls, Retirement Plan for Forever Green, and The Three Sisters. I've only seen Butterfly. However, it is a Holocaust period piece, and it takes into account French swimmer Alfred. Oh my God, he's like one of the best butterfly swimmers ever in France's history. Alfred, I can't pronounce his name. Nonkar.
Beignet. Croissant.
But he was taken by the Nazi regime, and his wife and daughter were killed in Auschwitz. So Yeah, Josh, you should watch it. It's available on YouTube. The
Did
art, the
he
animation in it, it's that watercolor style that you made us watch with
Yeah.
that Van Gogh movie. It's good. It's really
did
good. It's
he
gonna win.
smother himself in honey and let his bunkmates lick him? Oh wait, no, that was Marty Supreme. Sorry, different movie.
Oh my God.
It's a different movie. Sorry, I got it confused.
Oh man, let me rattle these off. We're gonna start the show. Best documentary short.
So
All the empty rooms, armed only with a camera. The devil is busy. Perfectly a strangeness, and Children No More. I could not watch Perfectly a Strangeness or Children No More. They were behind paywalls that I just could not get to. I think armed with only a camera should win. However, All the Empty Rooms will probably win this one. Then you've got Best Live Action Short. I agree with the odds here. Two People Exchanging Saliva was a terribly weird movie, but I think that this is going to win the Oscar for Best Live Action Short. I loved A Friend of Dorothy. I'll be reviewing that. The Singers I recommended to both Josh and Jordan. Neither one has watched it yet. I recommend. And then I also watched Jane Austen's period piece. I could not get to Butcher's Stain. That is it. That's it. It's all the Oscar picks. So take my advice. Go dominate your Oscar pool. I promise I'm gonna win you some money. Josh, I'll bet you $50 right now that Sinners does not win Best Picture.
Sinners, Best Picture, $50.
Let's deal. Let's get to Idlewild, a film that I missed. So time for me to shut the hell up. You guys talk about Idlewild. Let's start
finally.
with Josh.
Yeah, there's nothing better than reading a long list. All right. Idlewild. Jordan, first time?
First time. First time.
Ooh, boy.
First time.
This was basically a medley of Outkast songs that were acted out.
Yeah.
And then Terrence Howard's in there shaking with his shaky voice. What are you talking about with my money, man?
Mine.
Then you got, what's his name? Faison.
Big worm. Big perm.
Yep. And then isn't Bruce in it briefly? Anyway.
Everybody's in it.
Speaking of, sorry, Fry. I watched Bruce's stand-up, but it was so forgettable, I didn't want to review it. So anyway, back to Idlewild.
Anyway.
Fun movie. Plot that's barely there. Who
Barely there.
cares? Lots of fun. Set pieces, cool choreography, songs that barely fit. We're just like, yeah, squeeze this one in there because it's fun. Big boy, good to see on screen, I guess. Lots of what was it? Almost swing dancing. They're like trying to bring that back. I don't know. That was odd.
It is swing dancing, yes.
Yeah.
It is swing
But
dancing.
it's interesting to see, like, this is a juke joint, very similar to the one in Sinners, but this is a whole different type of cinematography. You know what I mean? It's a big music video. The whole thing is just a big music video. It's fun.
It's a little bit of a drink link. It's Ray's Boom Boom Room from Life.
It's the Boom Boom Room from Life, exactly. I enjoy it. I've watched it before. This is definitely a do chores movie. It does not matter if you're paying attention to whatsoever. There's a couple cool scenes. The death scene with him and the girl, and then like the making love scene was like a little bit extended, but it was like romantic as hell though. I was like, oh, this is pretty romantical. Not to be confused with Big Boy's sex scene, which was, well, this is too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I get the movie. It's kind of a popcorn one, but it's really a popcorn. It's a fun movie though. It's fun and rewatchable.
Yeah. I remember when this came out because this was about when Outkast was like splitting up. Kinda,
Yeah.
Right? And
Hey, ya time frame.
then they kind of reemerge in this, and it was like, oh yeah, Outkast is back together. And then they like made it very clear, and like the press, like, nah, we kind of made this like a little while ago. Like we're still not really like doing the music thing like that. And I remember wanting to rent this like a few times, and the person at the Hollywood Video or whatever being like, "Are you a really big Outkast fan?" And I was like, I mean, like, I like Outkast, but they're like, yeah, no, this is like really deep for like really like it's not a good movie. But if you're just a really big Outkast fan, you're like,
I don't know.
I was like, I don't know. I got talked out of watching this at least a few times.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, and I get it. I get what they meant by
Yeah,
that. You know,
yeah.
my biggest thing with this movie was I am not sure what anybody was saying half the movie.
Because
What
everyone's
the
just got
choice
such
was.
a wild accent.
Everybody's got a wild accent. They're talking really fast. Everybody's drunk. Like there's a lot of just like drunk characters
Missy
and whatnot.
Gray. What's
Yeah,
she even doing there?
she just in the background going.
Swinging the bottle around.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a this is a movie where if you were just like not looking at the screen, it's very like. I walked out of the room, and I'm like, "Hey, what did I miss?" Just kidding. This girl's been complaining 15 times about how she got a coach train ticket. She's been talking about a coach train ticket for like 10 minutes. Jesus.
Yo, what else is she in? I know she's in something bigger nowadays. I
have
forgot
no
what though.
idea.
She's on some show, or she plays somebody's wife. I forgot. Maybe FBI. I don't know.
Yeah, the music is super cool. Like it's good music. It's Outcast top notch, at their peak music. But it's again, what are they saying? Which is a fair review of all Outcast music. A lot, like when you
Especially,
really
yeah.
like, you got
Big
a
Boy.
lyrics genius. This and then when you do, you're like, oh my god, he's saying like some really cool, deep, profound, artistic, Atlanta South kind of stuff. You know what I mean? But it's like when it
Big Boy is known for just shoving words into them verses. You know what I mean?
Oh,
He's just so quick.
Yeah.
But that was my favorite scene is him doing crocodile on my back or my
Yeah.
feet. Yeah, I love that shit.
the whole Sin City shootout camera, the car chase thing was
Yeah.
it is very just odd. Like it's just like they had 5 directors make this movie.
Yeah, and make
Just
sure we have
like-
a rooster. I want a talking rooster.
Yeah. So this was a popcorn. The ending was so bad. It was just so rushed through and just like
Yeah.
just slapdash. No. Yeah, it was a popcorn.
Yeah.
Popcorn. You too, Josh. Popcorn. Okay.
Yeah, I go popcorn, one popcorn, yeah. But it's just a fun movie, man.
Yeah.
But to counter your point though, I watched this with my mom and my brother who have never seen it. They really enjoyed it.
Now, see, my wife is one of the biggest Outcast fans like I've ever known, and she was just like she had never seen this movie for one, and two, she was like this.
See that coming.
She was like this sucked. Didn't like it. Yeah.
I mean, it's yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes having fun's more important than making a good movie.
She just liked seeing Andre 3000.
Yeah, me too.
We miss him. We miss Andre. Andre, it's okay to come back.
He's still alive.
Anyway.
He's
he's
playing
just-
flute.
He's sitting on a
No,
mountaintop with his
yeah.
flute.
Yeah, he's not doing anything. Like you can be alive and be missed. Like we can miss him coming out with banger after
No.
banger after
He's
banger.
in
I
the-
think that's okay. Like let's
He's
not
in the
forget about
Eddie
Hey Ya and Bombs Over Baghdad, which were some of his last songs, which were banger after banger after banger.
Yeah, he's in the Eddie Murphy Club, where it's like everyone wants you to work, but he doesn't feel like working because he wants to have a happy life. Yeah,
Just run his clothing line.
Yeah, he just
All
wants
right.
to be a parent.
He just wants
Let's
be
get
a
to what we were
leprechaun. And tomorrow's his big day, or Tuesday.
What we were watching, really quick. I watched Blue Moon. I'm trying to catch up with all the Oscar picks. I've got a few on my list for when we're done with filming today that I've got to finish up. I've got to do some of these animated shorts. But I did watch. That was my review, by the way, of Butterfly. I did it while I was giving you guys the Oscar picks and why I was going to pick that. I don't think I need to go deeper into that. Holocaust pick, sad, great animation. It's going to win Best Animated Short. Blue Moon. Okay. Ethan Hawke. Remember how we're talking about these people we feel bad for because they're nominated at the wrong time? This Blue Moon, and I think if Josh watches it, he's going to be like, wow, I'm surprised I liked it so much because Josh thinks little of me. But it doesn't have Stallone flexing his guns. I can't believe Fry gave it a popcorn in 3. But yeah, Blue Moon is a totally different movie. Blue Moon is a popcorn in 3. Blue Moon was.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I put it on so I can get through all my Oscar picks. That's how I viewed this, right? I was like, I just need to get through all my Oscar movies. I need to watch them all so I can have a credible opinion when it comes to this. and I got trapped, man. It was he sucks you in. So Ethan Hawke is almost 6 feet tall, about just under, probably right around 5'10". He's playing 5'2" Lorenz Hart. Okay, so Lorenz Hart is famous for writing with Richard Rodgers, and you know Richard Rodgers of Rodgers and Hammerstein,
Mm.
two of the biggest musical theater producers, creators of all time. All right. So apparently, there's another guy that worked with Rodgers before this, and his name was Lorenz Hart. And he's a witty bisexual man that is,
Of course he
I
is.
want to say late 40s in New York, alcoholic. He died of pneumonia about a year after this film takes place. Okay, in real life, because he did not like the reception the film that he did or the play that he did got, and he got drunk, wandered out into the streets, and passed out in the freezing cold rain in New York, got pneumonia, and died.
Mm.
Margaret Qualley is in this, and I'm going to be honest with you, feel so bad for him, Lorenz Hart, throughout this, because he's surrounded by people that simply just, oh, they care about him. The ones that care about him, he wants them to care in a different way, right? And you get this from Ethan Hawke's performance, the way he's conveying it. He knows that they love him, but he wants them to love him for something other than what they love him for. And I don't want to give away the movie if people are going to watch it. And then you've got these people, these young people that are only around him for his connections, and your heart starts to break for him while you're watching the movie, because he how many friends do you actually have if this is why people are hanging around you? The scenes produce anxiety and drama and sadness all set in one bar throughout the entire movie. You're in one
Cool.
bar, and he's going back and forth with Bobby Cannavale in most scenes, and the two of them, the chemistry is so good. It it is a good movie, and I laughed. I felt bad. I felt anxious. I'm gonna give it a popcorn in three. Ethan Hawke, any other year, brother, any other year, he crushed this
Mm.
role. Blue Moon, popcorn in three. I think it's
Popcorn three.
available on. It might be Peacock. It might be available on Peacock,
Ah.
maybe. So, really quick, I watched Nuremberg as well. So Nuremberg is one I'm surprised Jordan hasn't gotten to on
I've been
Netflix, to be
wanting to
honest.
watch this for a long time. It's really long though, isn't it?
It goes fast. It is
Does
long, but it
it?
goes fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes fast. I think what killed this film was the end. I do think that what killed this film is the very end. I think a lot of this film could have been nominated, but they don't end it well. They put us in Remy Malek, his world, and what happened to him, instead of just put that in words. We didn't need to see the
Mm.
scene of him being drunk and not being accepted, because he wanted to put out a warning, and actually the real person that Remy Malek is portraying ends up killing himself because he doesn't feel like enough people are heeding his warning, that if we do not acknowledge the hate that exists within people, something like what happened in World War II, the Nazi regime could rise again, because there will always be people like Hermann Goring or Adolf Hitler that will capitalize on that hate. They will stoke
Mm.
that hate. The this Oh my God, Michael Shannon's killer, but he's not in it enough. He plays Justice Robert H. Jackson, and he has a great scene where he blackmails the Pope to get the Pope's support, because America decided they didn't want to pursue an international law trial against these Nazi leaders, the leaders of the Nazi regime. So he goes and he gets approval from the church. Okay, and it's I have the quote down here. Remy Malek is fantastic playing Douglas Kelly all the way until the end. However, you start to wonder: is this guy got like reverse Stockholm syndrome? Is he falling in love with Hermann Goring and his intellect and his
Mm.
ability to be three steps ahead of the prosecutors that are trying to prosecute him for crimes against humanity? All right. The two, Russell and Remy, go back and forth in multiple scenes, and you really are locked in on what's going on. You can't help yourself but be drawn in. It is a good movie. It's going to end up being a popcorn and 1.5 for me. But
Mm.
you start to wonder, what could they have done better here in this story that's really just you in a courtroom. That's really what this story is, right? It's the Nuremberg trials. and there's enough action here to keep you engaged. There's enough storytelling to keep you engaged, and there's enough sadness here to really pull on, hey, wow, like how did people not realize or understand what was going on in these camps? It
Mm,
ends with a quote: "The only clue to what a man can do is what a man has already done," by R.J. Collingwood.
Interesting.
that's a good
Interesting.
quote.
Yeah, popcorn 1.5, but it was good. If you were into history and you want to learn more about the Nuremberg trials, this is a good way to do it.
Very
I'll be
cool.
watching that. I'll be watching that.
Very cool.
I was going to start to say I watched the Book of Mormon live on
Oh,
Broadway in San Jose,
is it really as good?
and it was good, man. Definitely. So
Mhm.
you see the South Park. It oozes the South Park influence right away, right away. Like actually, like there's some narration in the beginning, and it is Trey Parker. I hope that's the guy, the blonde guy, right? Trey
Mm.
Parker's
Matt and
voice.
Trey Park.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't trip.
So yeah, you get that right away. It's a little. I had my guard up when it first started. I was kind of like, I don't know, and then it gets raunchy. It gets offensive, like hard over a cliff, like
Really?
woo, yeah, oh yeah. And so it's not like it's one of those things where it's been such a phenomenon for so long. You're like, how come this hasn't been adapted to like a movie or something like that? And no, but no, it would not fly. It would absolutely not fly. Like and then the things that like it's so, especially like nowadays, people when they laugh at something so hard in public and it's really
Yeah.
offensive, you're like, I don't know if you should be laughing that hard. Yeah, you're laughing a little too hard, buddy. Yeah,
No,
but
I've been there where I literally like I have a straight face and I have to turn my head and I'm like I want to
Hmm.
laugh so bad, but I know I can't laugh at what just happened.
yeah, you gotta laugh and give like a oh my god, like kind of laugh.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. But it's a short play. It is hilarious. It's not a complete like just evisceration of Mormon people. Like it has redeeming qualities. Like just in it. Like you know what I mean. I don't know how to put it, but
It
it
has
was
heart to
entertaining.
it. Does it have
Yeah,
heart to it?
sure, a little bit.
Okay.
Um. So I give this play a popcorn and one. Popcorn and one.
Poppy
Corner
one.
one.
Poppy one.
Yeah.
All right. So I watched another one to get us ready for the Oscars. This is an Oscar nominated short film. It is A Friend of Dorothy. It is about a young man that kicks his soccer ball into what we would call a pensioner in England, a pensioner's backyard. So this is an English short film, and they become friends, the old woman and this young man, and they bond over their love for plays. So she has tons of plays like on her wall, like the literature behind the play and
Yeah.
playbills
Book of
and things
Mormon.
like that, and he reads them to her and he acts them out, and she believes in him, and it leads to, eventually it culminates in her, she's rich, and her relatives are douchebags. Like her son never comes. He lives totally different. So he sends the grandson over who is only there for his inheritance. And it ends with Dorothy changing his life because he changed the end of hers. She was lonely. She
Uh,
needed companionship. She needed conversation. And she changes his life for simply offering that and being a kind person, which I think is important. I think it's an important message. Like, we need more kindness in this world, going both ways, every generation. Yo, elders, you guys can stop being such dicks sometimes too. And young
Mhm.
people, you guys can stop being such dicks as well. And maybe we could just be cool with each other, because there's a lot of stories and nostalgia that can be shared between the two. Friend of Dorothy is going to get a popcorn and two from me. A popcorn and two. Josh?
well, in honor of St. Patty's, I watched a whole show that was Irish. That was actually totally coincidence. But it's a new show on Netflix called How to Get to Heaven from Belfast. This is an Irish murder mystery comedy womenly sisterhood road trip.
Okay.
Okay.
It's been floating on my list, man. It's been floating around like I see it and everything. So I'm engaged.
First of all, there's three main characters. They're like best friends since childhood. They're reuniting for a road trip. Those three actresses have perfect chemistry. Absolutely, absolutely perfect chemistry. It's really hard to define like which one's your favorite. They're all so perfect. Like they just work together. It's good. It's a good show. So it's a murder mystery. We've seen so many of those. I called it. It's like the flavor of the year, of the decade. I don't know. But you know how in a lot of murder mysteries they kind of get meta. One of the characters in the show works on a murder mystery show, and she's talking with producers, and the producers say the thing that happens in so many murder mysteries where they foretell what happens. You know what I mean? But maybe it's subtle and you don't catch it. Well, this time I didn't catch it. I'm going to spoil it because it was the first episode. The producers on the show are talking to the character, and they're like, "What if this season there's no murder?" And she's like, "What are you talking about? That's stupid." And then they argue, blah blah blah, move on. Turns out the person who's supposedly dead is not dead. It's a totally different kind of mystery. And I had no idea what was happening until the end. But it was so entertaining. It was so good. And they go all over Ireland, a little bit England, hijinks, sisterly stuff. Very entertaining. Very, very charming. Popcorn and three show.
Popcorn in 3. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to get to it then.
Yeah, I watched a couple TV shows that Fry has watched and reviewed already. I watched Fallout 2,
Oh, me too.
and that was so good, man. It's so good. It is just such quality TV. The world, it is just so immersive, right? The storylines are so well layered. The sets are well crafted. It's just it's hilarious, right? It's such an easy watch. Such an easy watch. I want more of this. Like, I hate that, season 1 came out 2 years ago. Two
Wow.
years ago. They made it almost 2 years for this second season. And so I hope they know the phenomenon that this is, right? I think they have a grasp, because usually they pick it up for like a third season, for like they pick up the pace.
They better
Yeah.
pick up a third.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm saying like as far as getting it out, they do it a little bit quicker when it comes to like a third or fourth season.
Oh, yeah. Like Invincible, which is this week.
Yeah. There's another show that just finished that they're coming out with the next season like the end of this year. I forget what it is. It's a good show.
Amazing.
Everybody
It's been
watch.
so long. Wow.
Yeah. The line that got me so bad was when the vault dwellers come out, the management team, and they go to their old office, and they're like,
Yeah.
the lady at the front desk, like, "Oh, it's Janice, still at her desk. What a kiss ass." It's like, yeah, it's so good.
I love there's so many things that are just like the game that they match, and that like casual relationship with death
Yeah.
is so spot on with Fallout.
It makes
Yeah.
this
With like the old lady in season 2, with like I think it's episode 1 or episode 2, where they her and Goggins' character, the ghoul or whatever, walk up on the old lady. Well, maybe we can find your son for you. Don't worry about it. He's dead.
yeah.
With the flea soup. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
What was I going to say? Yeah, no, it makes this post-apocalyptic hellscape reality. It makes it look so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
Yeah.
So, I give Fallout 2 a popcorn and 3.
Fallout 2.
3.
Ooh-wee. Yeah, this was great. What's his name? Goggins did so well. What's her fellas getting addicted to drugs briefly? That was really fun. The main character, she's great. The brother is doing a good job this week. Everyone's doing great. All the acting, all the writing, all the scripties, all the
Even the new
scenes, the setting. These are things. There's so many little Easter eggs that are in one of the games. Like there's like 4 or 5 games now, 6 games. The dinosaur, my brother is playing New Vegas, and he just showed me the dinosaur where she's in the sniper. That's like an active. That's a part of the game. Anyway, storyline is just great. What I didn't like, though, my criticism is the final episode felt like the second to last episode because they threw so many hooks in you. And they didn't give you time to catch your breath. It was just like, this is happening. Ooh, and what about this? Ooh, and what's Liberty Prime? And like, there's so many things that they're like, please give us a third season, please. And I hate it when you beg like that.
Yeah, but especially do they really feel that they need to? Because everybody's watching this, everybody's loving it. Much.
Yeah. You didn't have to throw 10 storylines in right at the end there. By the way, spoiler: Liberty Prime is a giant robot.
Yeah, that was very at the very end. There's so much too with that. Like, oh, is this bad? Is this supposed to happen with his arm right before he?
Oh yeah, dude, I love him. He was like breakout role, dude. He was like trying to when he actually managed the snipe with the foot and all that. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, Popcorn. Well, I love too that he's trying to relate with Goggins, about being a ghoul.
Yeah, and Goggins is like, by the way, he's not a ghoul. He's something else.
What is he?
He's something else entirely, like a centaur. Not a centaur. They're called centaurs. They're like goo, tooth, flesh monsters.
Okay. So, what do you give it, Josh?
I'm popping 3.
Pop 3. I think that's across the board for all of us. I watched another Oscar-nominated short film, Jane Austen's period drama. It was fine. It's not for me, It's 12 minutes, and there's some comedy there, but it ran like an SNL sketch that was trying to be too informed. It's like a Reading Rainbow style SNL sketch, and it's all about in that time period, right, where the time period of when Jane Austen's writing all those books. What is it?
Pride and Prejudice.
No. Pride and Prejudice, thank you. And it's basically she's going to get proposed to, and men don't know what periods are.
Oh.
It's the whole point of the short film. Men don't know what periods are in this,
so
and they explain what a period is to the men. And then why don't men know about this? Because we try to hide it from them, because women are meant to hide. Like, that's the whole thing. It is a popcorn. I simply think it was an SNL sketch, and I don't think it should have been nominated. Now, a good one, the one I think is going to win, is So Weird. Josh, I watched 33 minutes of a French short film where I had to read subtitles nonstop, and it's called Two People Exchanging Saliva.
Ugh.
It is it's because it's illegal in this world. They're not allowed to kiss. You're not allowed to show affection. In fact, they do all kinds of things to detour you from kissing. They destroy their teeth. They don't brush their teeth. They chew garlic gum. They have to enter their store every day. They have to breathe in the security guard's face so he can smell their breath. Yes. This world is almost post-apocalyptically odd, with different forms of currency being exchanged, predominantly slaps to the face. So if you want these shoes, that'll be 41. Bop, bop, bop. And she sits there and just slap. And then people walk around with bruises on their face from all the slaps they've given up. And I mean, I feel like I could take a slap. I'd be pretty wealthy in this world. But it's very interesting what's going on here. And at the end of the day, if you dig really deep into this, which is what you have to do for these Oscars, because they're trying to send a message, what I gathered from it is it's not just the story that we're watching, but it's a story of jealousy, vanity, and longing. But it's a lot to follow. It is black and white. It's beautifully shot. But it's a lot. You got to watch it again probably, because it is in French, to really capture what's going on. Popcorn and 2. For two people, two strangers, or two people exchanging saliva. All right, Jordan, you're up.
I love the concept of slaps to the face as currency.
Me too.
My brain just goes a million directions with that. I love that. Anyways, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Bank payment for your car. You can't digitally pay anymore. You have to basically go into your bank. All right, car notes, 100 slaps.
Yeah, and then do they let who gets to slap you in the face? Do you get to pick the smallest person in there?
Depends.
Or
Are there any late fees?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. The late fees, but
Bigger
yeah,
hand.
it's very interesting.
Yeah. All right. So Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, Game of Thrones spin-off, the Hedge Knight, Sir Duncan the Toll, and Egg. Um, this was this had so much heart. I really loved
I
watching
loved
this.
it.
It was 6 episodes. Most of them are about 30, 40 minutes, if that.
Yeah, 30 to 40.
Which I wish there it was. I wanted more.
Yeah,
To be
I
honest, from
agree.
what I understand, it's being picked up for a second season, a different
Yep.
kind of storyline, and they're in this same characters universe and all that. Um, I kind of guessed at the little reveal that happens about halfway through. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not the best hidden like secret if you watch Game of Thrones and all that, but again, there is the Targaryen thing with the names is so convoluted.
Hmm.
They that is just like the biggest pain in the ass for this series. Any Game of Thrones that we're in is the name thing is so stupid. It's so hard to follow. It's so confusing.
Yeah, I had to
It's
look
like
at where we are in the timelines.
I've tried. I've tried to do that and it still
Yeah.
doesn't make sense to me. I'm just like I don't care. Why is this so why do I have to put this much energy, thought into it? Come on.
Yeah.
Well, because autistic kids love that shit. They love a family tree, bro.
It's I love seeing these medieval knights, things like that. I love the gritty fights with knights,
yeah.
like the
Yeah.
realistic aspect. Like I
Yeah.
thought the best job of that I had seen was that Timothy Chalamet movie, The King, which was great, by the way.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
underrated Timothy Chalamet movie. That was a good
That-
movie, man.
That was a good fight scene. That fight was
Yeah.
good. That was cool.
Yeah.
You
You
have
can't
your
deny
flowers.
that.
I'm not even gonna. You're good.
You can't deny
That
that
was
when
the
he's-
beginning of my Timothy Chalamet disdain. Was how bad.
But when
that
he's slipping around in the mud, that was a good scene.
Yeah, and you get that like this realistic, gritty knight fight scene. Like this was it was awesome, man. But other than the fact that's just like, how much punishment can one guy take? It gets to be too much at some point. It's like, ugh.
wanted more though.
Oh.
I wanted the job finished, and they don't finish the job, and that hurts me a little
But
bit.
tell
Like
me
the-
you're not screaming at the TV during that fight scene, like, don't when he right. I'm not gonna say who, not spoiling, but like when he yields, right?
Mhm.
And you're like, no, don't trust him. Don't let him. And then what he ends up doing is like, okay, that was smart, right? It's all good. It all plays out so well.
That's
It's
what's
always
up.
good.
How about for at the beginning, like the beginning of some of these episodes was funny. How about for no reason at all? You just see an old man's giant hammer.
Dude, oh my god, yeah,
No reason. Just you're gonna
Huge.
see the biggest hammer you've ever seen.
yeah. It's just so much random humor is great. Like it does not ever lose. Like they
That's good.
get you. Yeah, they
Yeah.
really relieve that tension very, very well. Like after this big old dramatic fight scene and this big death happens at the
Yeah.
end there. They got the maester guy working on him. He's like, yeah, this is out of the realm of my abilities. He's like, an itchy ass is out of the realm of your abilities. Get out of here, witch. It's like hilarious.
Shitty maester anyway.
yeah. Yeah.
Like I like
Hilarious.
that character a lot. I wish you. I hope they include him. Like I wish he had
Yeah.
gone with him.
The
What
Baratheon
did
guy.
you think about that big finale though? Like that was a lot.
It's good.
I felt bad again. Like it's good. The whole I gave it a popcorn and 3. The show's amazing.
Yeah. Yes.
But it hurt. It hurt him not getting what he.
Yeah.
I
He's
don't want to give
he's,
too much away.
he's dumb. He's just dumb. He is like
Yeah.
too much feelings. Like
So much feelings. You mentioned the brutal fight scenes between knights and stuff. It reminded me, first thing was the fight between Brienne of Tarth and Clegane, the Hound. And it just so happens Brienne of Tarth is related to him. Like she's his ancestor. Or vice versa.
I love
Makes sense.
when they depart, right? The relationship that you see there is so rich. Like it's so like there's so much there for like more of this story, more seeing
Mm.
more of this relationship. How
Mhm.
he knows more than him. Like what are you talking about? There's what is it, seven kingdoms or nine king or
Yeah,
whatever? He's like, wait a
yeah.
minute, I'm supposed to be in charge here. Yeah, so Popcorn and Three, I love it,
What does
absolutely
he
love it.
keep
I could
telling him? Did he
rewatch
need a
this.
knock or something like that?
Something on the side of the ear.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
give you
yeah,
a
yeah,
knock or a notch or something like that.
yeah.
It's I don't know. It's good. They have good chemistry, the kid and the actor.
Mm.
I
Oh, the kid's
watched
voice
another
though.
one.
Ugh.
The kid, I haven't seen the show, but everything I've seen of it, he reminds me of the kid from Matrix. Do
Yeah,
not try to bang this spoon.
his voice is just the worst.
All right, so I watched Mr. Nobody Against Putin. I actually did my free trial of like Kino whatever to stream this because I wanted to watch it really bad. It is nominated for Best Documentary. If you tuned in earlier, you know that. It starts off with this really kind of I'm not being mean, nerdy guy in Russia who lives in what's considered the most polluted town in the world. And they love it there. And he's the event coordinator for the school. And it's kind of crazy because he points up in his classroom and he's got a pro-democracy flag in Russia in in his little office, in his classroom, right? And then it hits the fan. So Putin starts the war
Mm.
and he talks a lot about it and how this whole film takes place about how these children are being indoctrinated because you start to see once the war starts they have to almost like a pledge of allegiance but it's so much more. He has them marching in every day and the Kremlin makes them film these morning sessions to make sure that they're honoring the flag, that they're marching in, that they're, almost like in North Korea, honoring their great leader. And you see like the propaganda spread immediately. They have the teachers give propaganda to the students at the beginning of every class, and he has to film the propaganda that's going on. And he is like, if he's a true patriot, and he says it. He's like, I probably love Russia more than these people ever could, and
Mhm.
you feel bad for him, and it's kind of like holding up a mirror because I tell you, I don't whatever the Make America Great crowd. I love America more than you do,
Yeah.
just so you know.
Yep.
It's not even close. But
It's
Yeah.
a good way to put
but
it.
he talks about this in the film and he's like, I love our mountains. He's like, I love my polluted air, in his little town. He's like, I love the snow and when the fall hit and he starts talking about it, he gets emotional and it makes you sad. They have a draft going on right now and you see him filming while he's doing all this. Some of his students turn of age to get drafted and they go off. One of his students' brothers gets drafted and ends up defecting. Then they caught him and then he mysteriously dies
Jeez.
at war after that. And he talks about how he can see that the influence is getting worse and worse because the students aren't coming and why and he's like, I don't really blame them. Why would you want to be seen in the teacher's class that has the pro-democracy flag up? He interviews the history teacher who is like the school's like number one propagandist for Putin. And as he's interviewing him, he asks him, "Who are your heroes?" And the history teacher goes, "Oh, the Soviet era," and he names off just terrible people within this. Like goes on to name off like Stalin's spy killer, who ended up
Mm.
being like one of the most inaccurate spy hunters ever, killing
Hmm.
many innocent people. There's a scene where one of his students gets drafted, Vanya, and it's so sad, and you kind of cringe, and they're not allowed to speak their mind, and I don't think people realize that. Like they're really not allowed to speak their mind. Like they cannot say what they want, and even his best friend, the librarian, who he's a big reader, he's got tons of books. He brings flowers to the librarian because he's like, she doesn't know that I love her because she gives him all these books. She goes, "What's wrong with you? Are you trying to get murdered?" She's like, "You're going to get yourself murdered. Is that what you want? You're going to get killed." All the teachers, too. He films teachers, so I'm really worried about the teachers in this documentary that are still in Russia because a lot of the teachers, who, by most accounts, a lot of teachers would tend to be intellectual people. right? They're educators. They're talking about how much they hate it and how it's stupid and how they have no idea why the war is going on. There shouldn't be a war, and how they're not allowed to teach their class anymore. They're forced to teach propaganda. And he's filming all this. So now I'm really worried about those teachers, and it bothers you. It does. It bothers you so much. Essentially, I can't find her quote in my notes, but she says, "Of course this is happening. Men love to kill people. Men love to shoot their guns and murder each other." She goes, "We've had men killing men throughout every year of the history of this country." And she goes, "It's not going to change." And yeah. And she
Wow.
says, "We've been a part of every
I want to
major
watch
war."
this very badly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good, and it's not too long, and you feel bad. This guy is a badass, and he just looks like a nerd, but he put up anti-war stuff. He played the Lady Gaga Pledge of Allegiance full blast, or not Pledge of Allegiance, but national anthem full blast when the war started, and that's when the librarian got mad. Like, he does a lot of things, and he started to see the police, and he's like, "This is unusual. The police don't. This town has 10,000 people. They don't just park outside random houses." So that's when it was time for him to get a way out of Russia. So it's available on a thing called Kino, and you can get it through your Amazon Prime. It has a 7-day trial period.
Okay.
Cool.
Well.
The last thing I watched was Mission Impossible Part 8. Final, I hope so. God, please. Final Reckoning. God.
Mission Impossible 30. Tom Cruise is dead, but he escapes his coffin.
Yeah, almost 3 hours
for research purposes.
Almost 3 hours of Tom Cruise frantically pseudo pitching Scientology to everybody using the term "the entity." The entity knows everything. The entity, if you get right with the entity, the entity, right? I think it's all just a euphemism for what he believes.
That's interesting. You're right.
Such a terrible way to look at it. I feel
You're right, dude.
I just equate everything. I can't separate Tom Cruise from his weirdness and his
How could you?
Yeah, his stuff.
Yeah.
His hair is awful. He's like wearing this Justin Bieber wig for like the whole movie or something. The editing is so bad. The acting is so bad. Like, I don't know what single part of this movie is worse than another part of it. Right?
What did you
The
think?
live plane scene is cool.
Yeah,
plane fight. Good plane fight.
The only thing I will say, is that this movie was better than the last one, which was what, Dead Reckoning or something stupid like that.
Dead Reckoning. Yes.
That one was so bad. This one was a little bit better than that one, which is not saying much. These are still both. This is a popcorn movie. They're not even going to show the dungeon fight where you just hear splat, boom, bang, 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 and the other, like, while they're watching the girl's face, she's like, ooh, like Tom Cruise is really beating these guys up with like a hammer and stuff. And we're not going to see that. You're going to do this like stupid comedy movie. Like, it was just crap. This
it was because Tom Cruise wanted 2 planes. If he'd just gone with the 1 plane, we could have recorded that scene.
This movie was absolute dog crap. This series, again, it's the Scream franchise of action movies. Popcorn. Don't watch it. Don't watch any of these movies. Don't bother watching a single one of these movies.
Scream is great with Philip Seymour Hoffman.
No, just leave it.
Hoffman,
it's fine.
Dude.
It's fine.
Ghost Protocol is really good too. I don't know, man. You just hate
Ghost Protocol's not bad, bro.
Because it is a gateway to having to watch more Mission Impossible.
It is true.
Right?
It is true.
So in the battle between Michael Jackson, Prince, James Bond, Ethan Hawke, or not Ethan Hunt. Sorry, Jordan is very clearly heavily in the camp of James Bond.
Yeah, probably drinks Pepsi.
Really quick,
man, Jason
we do
Bourne.
have our butter on top lined up for you. I'm going to go ahead and let you know Hawkeye is a great bridge show, 6 easy episodes. We're going to give it a popcorn in one. We love Haley Steinfeld. Disney, pay Jeremy Renner. Stop with the type. Yes, he's come out and said he's willing to do it, but you can't take down his salary. I kind of agree with him. We paid him once, pay him again. What's that?
He is marred in controversy.
Is he?
Yes.
What did he do?
Jeremy Renner? He's being accused of all kinds of like relationship
Oh,
abuse, emotional abuse, things like that. Like,
So anyway, Jordan, what is our butter on top this
oh
week?
man, let's see. I'm gonna go with. I did goofy comedy last week with the Dictator.
Hmm.
Ah, I'm
Well,
gonna
this is
go
going
with
to be
something.
our drunk classic, it sounds like, and not our
Oh,
butter
I'm
on top.
sorry,
So
butter
go
on
ahead
top.
and give us
Okay,
a drunk classic.
yeah. Our drunk classic, I'm gonna pick a movie that is so like duh that is a classic. Oh, I don't know, at least to me. It's Jake Gyllenhaal. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I just
source code.
know it is Nightcrawler.
Oh, yo, I haven't
It's
seen
on
it.
my
I've
list
always
too.
wanted to see it.
I
You've never seen it?
absolutely love this movie.
I was scared you're gonna say Donnie Darko. Thank you.
No.
Cool. Can't
Source
wait.
Code is good. Source
Source
Code's a
code's
good
great.
movie. Yeah, Source Code is really good. It's an underrated film for sure. For sure, it's like
Underrated for
Equilibrium.
sure, for sure. Well, it was in that DVD era,
Yeah.
you know. Anyway, what's our butter?
Project Hail Mary.
Oh yeah,
So let's take a look at Gosling, and I think some of us are going to go see Ready or Not 2 as well. So join us at the theaters. You get the popcorn, we got the beer.